Every time Rob does a raid wave, it's usually around 24 levels including 8 to 10 demons, sometimes more, sometimes less. The reason for that apparently is to give these levels more attention per level, but the problem with that is that if you look into the Send tab, most levels here are already over 10,000 downloads, so rating them won't make much of a difference. And besides, we already have more than enough players to compensate, 30k on Steam and potentially hundreds of thousands on mobile, which means most of the time rating a lot of levels is gonna be just fine. And furthermore, there have been more rate-worthy levels being created, uploaded, and sent more than ever before. And to rate just 20 to 30 levels every wave is simply a bottleneck that does not benefit anyone. There's also a suggestion for elder mods to rate levels by themselves, but to do that, I personally think there should be a credit system to see who rated and sent what. But until then, the first step to better improve the current rating bottleneck is to definitely rate more levels, and remove the stupid limit that's currently holding so many good levels away from recognition. I don't think this should be that hard to do, just do what other games do and add platformer checkpoints instead of having to basically let your entire setup for the whole night just to continue playing a goddamn level. I don't even need to tell you that, just fix the bugs, dude. Wrong block category, unintuitive UI UX, and strange design choices are simply just one of the many hundreds of issues plaguing the editor right now. If a UX designer sees this error, they're probably gonna have a stroke and a half. The block category and wrong alignment is easily fixable, but the bigger UX design needs a professional to help with them. Not asking him to replace your job, but certainly a bit of advice will go a long way. As for specific changes I and many others need right now, here are some examples. Instead of just throwing the entire block spectrum next to each other, use submenus. The current options right now gives too much information that I don't need, and also so little information for different blocks that I end up having to scroll the never-ending seas of options in order to get what I actually want. Here's my suggestion. How about a 2-tab divide between custom and presets? The custom tab could have rotation, move, scale, and looks like the particle trigger, while the preset tab combines every other old screen fade trigger into one giant scroll list, completed with names and previews and all. That way, now there's only one trigger for everything fade related instead of a complicated 10 or more. We just need one edit button. Again, we could have separate tabs for all these three. For triggers, there could be a function tab. For other object, there is a color tab. And for edit special, just combine it into two monstrous terminal extra tab into one. Copy, paste, and the C tab nearly does the same thing already, so why not just put those two buttons down there? The start post UI is quite frankly terrible. I recommend just doing what the util mod already done and copy that. Or better yet, ask for permission. Text and fonts in general are kinda limiting. You can absolutely have more than one line of text if you hack in the game, but you can't in vanilla. You can't have more than one font per level, and you can't have more than 20 characters with text. Why are these limits even exist in the first place? Just use drop downs for these things already. Here's a mini checklist for things RobTop should have added to the game. CBF, frame interpolation, keybinds, bearer information, start post switcher, language translation, like particle triggers, area triggers, and shaders. These trigger absolutely is the reason for the lag in the majority of 2.2 levels, even ones that only really have 10,000 objects and less. I don't really know why they lagged them the way that they did, but knowing the complex nature of 2.2, optimization for these triggers are absolutely needed. The website has been unfinished for over a decade at this point, with no sign of any progress that would suggest a completion. If RobTop wants you to care about the main game and not those stupid scam sites, he better finish it. Besides, I can think of many extra benefits that come with this idea. I mean, the site would be a great place not just to show where to download the game, but also a hub for things like community news, random level showcase, update changelog, count information, sound effects upload, and this. The current leaderboard in the game right now is severely lacking. Like, dangerously, malnourished lacking. Where's the moon leaderboard, coins leaderboard, demons leaderboard, and more? I think having an updated leaderboard section on the site, like what the classic Tetris monthly tournament has been doing, is not only a great way to help bring attention to the site, but also to help declutter the in-game leaderboard for things that actually matters. It can also brings out old idea for things like weekly stars and moons leaderboard too. Oh, and also why is the global and friends tab in the middle and not to the sides? Look at these hitbox. Why can Rob just fix them? It's not even that hard to do, just unlist the old objects and mix the new one default. Yes, I know I could just fix them by myself, but then that just highlights how god awful the actual collision of certain objects in the games are. 2FA, pin post, profile picture, stats for full completed rated level. Do all this, and my life will be yours, Rob.